This setup forces tons of people to use trains and pay crazy high prices. But what if this also worked with airports? I don't know yet, but similar to the last video, where by the way, thank you for all the support on it, we're going to find it out together and hopefully at the end make tons of money. So first I loaded into this random map to evaluate airports. By the way, I have this crazy water pool here. The water just does not move, even though the time is running, but that's not what we're here for. We want to check out the different airports. There's only 2 in the game. The normal airport, which has a base upkeep of 50k a month, and the international airport with 200k a month. But the reason why I'm placing these down, I'm interested in the actual cost they have when they have people employed, and if it increases once we have airlines running. So here we can see employees are slowly filling in, and with that also the upkeep cost is being increased. But in total, this smaller airport here has place for 5 airplane routes. Let's just draw one in, just going over there and I guess going back. One airplane fits 80 passengers. This is a regional jet. I wonder if we can change that. We can assign more vehicles and give it higher ticket prices. And yes, we can change that to an airliner. And an airliner has space for 175 people, so a bunch more. And the total upkeep of this airport will be somewhere in the range of 200k a month. And then 175 people on this airplane paying a ticket price of $50 will result in one airplane generating basically 8 to 9k. So we need over 10 airplanes a month starting to make a profit. I think this is theoretically possible. If we check in with the larger airport, it already costs 600,000 a month. It has way more employees. It also has way more places where planes can start, but I'm not sure how quickly we can get that profitable. So I'd say let's start with a small airport and try to make something happen. So I loaded up a new map. This is what it looks like. We have 6 million to start with, so we somehow have to budget. But I mean, for now, let's just start with an airport right here, then a large grid. This is where we can house tons of people. Let's just zone a bunch of high density, some mixed use, commercial buildings, and I guess some medium density as well. And we will now even force all people to arrive by plane. So the only way to get into this city is via plane routes. Let's just immediately set up 2 of them. We can immediately get the timer started so people move in. Of course, we need the basics, some water, sewage, and on this map we can set up tons of profitable wind turbines. So we have a lot of electricity and maybe that will also make a profit, at least exporting some of that. And just like that, we have our first people arriving at the airport. I think here they come. Look at them land. No, you don't want to land. You're just flying circles. Oh, here you go. They are landing. Nice touchdown. There's the second one. And let's quickly see. There are 7 people on board of this airliner and 80 people on board of this regional jet. Let's immediately change that so this line also has airliners. Max out the ticket prices already, just so we're not losing on any profit. And there should be people exiting in the front somewhere. Here they come. Oh yes, there they are. Look at them. They just landed and now they are all walking to their apartments, which are being built perfectly next to the airport. Of course, the city is still losing tons of money, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. We're losing 140k, but that's because the small airport is currently only running us 170,000 in expenses. So things are looking good. Let's keep this growing. And in the meantime, to keep profits high, I am now building an industry area, of course, as massive as it can be. This is a full-size grid. Let's quickly connect things up and I'm gonna zone the whole thing. So we should get tons of companies settling in here. And it looks like they're adding here quite fast. And we're already making 1.1 million from fees. Wait, how is this already this profitable? How are we making this much money? I mean, the service fees are coming from the airport. Wait, this can't be right. But I think it's only for a short moment in time. I think the next month it will go down. We have to wait. Yeah, so now it's down again. But some months we're making tons of profits. This is already looking really promising, I must say. I'm surprised that it works this easy. Let's quickly take a look at the incoming planes. How many people are on here? It's 40. So the planes coming in are not filled 100%. That means we don't really need to add more lines yet. But what we can do is just increase the number of assigned vehicles. The more vehicles that are assigned to one route, of course, the more planes there are and the more people can arrive. And we can always see here tons of people exiting from the airport and moving into their beautiful high-rise buildings. Since we are somehow already making profits, and I mean, look at this. This can't be real. How is this game so bad? Let's take the exploit on the next level, which is, well, we built another airport. Let's put it right here. Now we set up 2 more plane lines from this airport to this airport. One, I guess we start with 2 lines, and the second one, let's also quickly take a look at them, give them a green color, green because they'll be making tons of profits. Quickly check that the settings are correct. We max out the ticket price, we put them on an airliner. I guess let's keep the assigned vehicle at 1 until they are filled, and also do that with the other line, max out the ticket price. And now we're just going to demolish this road that leads to the industry area. So now people that want jobs are forced to take the plane. Now services are disconnected. We can quickly fix that by just adding back the service connections. Things here are looking up again. I guess we could also put some offices here. I'm not sure if they will fill immediately, but if people want to have offices here, they can. And planes are already landing. Our city is still growing fast. We're growing at 190 people an hour. Now our city also needs services. Let's add that so people are happy here, because if they're happy, more people will move in, and more people for us here always means more profits. So a crematorium and a medical clinic, that should be sufficient for now. There's still many more planes landing. This one only has 3 people, but we're still not out of money. I mean, our city has 1,600 population, which is basically a very small village, but we have 2 airports. I mean, that's pretty crazy. We could also set up a line to the outside from this airport here in the industry area. Why not? People can immediately go to work if they want to. I am fine with that. I mean, the more people that work here, the more taxes they pay. And taxes are always great for us because that means money. These guys are all complaining about lack of labor, but you just need to import people from this airport. It's literally that easy. Just pay $50 for a trip. I mean, $50 for a plane ticket is pretty cheap, even though it's just to this place over there. This here is like the Taylor Swift flight meme. Just that here it's not costing money, but it's creating tons of money. I guess now our mission should be to make people happy. Our city is now growing at 400 people an hour. How about we add a few parks, maybe a basketball court here and there, a basketball center, sure. And I guess we could even give them a police station. And I know at some point they will be very unhappy about the post status. So let's give them a post facility and a firehouse. And we can see happiness is increasing. Next, we need more water. Let's just max that out. And now our city is really coming together. Quick check-in on a plane that just landed. There's 11 people coming from here. We can see it's green. So they're coming from the industry area. So this plane is making $500. And this plane is just 2 people. It's making $100. But once we have more people and all these planes are filled, this is going to be crazy, crazy profitable, even though we're already making profits. This just can't be real, man. Public transport fees of 1.2 million, all coming from this small airport, and we haven't even maxed out all the plane lines. I mean, this airport is already quite busy and there's tons of people arriving and going, but I just didn't expect this to work because the airports are just so expensive, but it works so much better than the train lines. Oh, and now just checking in, we have incoming planes that are filled to the max. I mean, at least one. So this is 180 people coming with one plane. That's already 8K just from this one plane. And here they come. These are all the people that were just on the plane. Funny enough, they don't even have like luggages. Imagine an airport where there's no people coming with luggage. And it's pretty funny, they all arrive like by foot. So there's actually no cars here. So if I'm just thinking about it, We can probably exploit this even further. I mean, they don't have a way to go from here apart from by foot. So if we add a public service here, like a bus line, we could also jack up the prices and force them to take this expensive option to their house. I mean, we can definitely do this if we run out of ideas, but so far we still have so much more options to go. We're only at 4,000 population, but we're making 1.2 million in profit. That's pretty good. If we take a look at it from a higher level, the airlines we have are sitting at a usage between 2 and 60%. So they're basically quite in the middle of how they are used. As soon as they hit a limit, I'm just gonna add more airlines. Efficiency wise, our buildings are doing quite well. People are somewhat happy. They're complaining about unreliable mail service. I think to fix that, we not only need the mail station, but it needs access to a cargo hub. So let's try that actually. Let's build a cargo facility here, and then we do one cargo route to the outside, all the way back to this airport. And then we do the same thing here at the other airport, add a cargo terminal. We add one cargo line to the outside and one cargo line in between cities. And in this case, I'm going to change the colors to the outside routes to red, and the inside cargo route is going to become white. And we can see the first one to the industry area is already filled to the max with cargo. Let's just assign another vehicle to it and shortly monitor what's happening here. So there's all these vans coming. They're coming with cargo to export, so paper and some other stuff. They're unloading it here at the terminal. And then there's a cargo plane landing here. This big one is filled with 100 tons of vegetables and pharmaceuticals. Interesting one, but we can really see traffic pick up now, and that should hopefully also help our industry growing. That's looking up, since now they can really get all the storage they need. And I also hope that this way our post sorting facility can get the post that it needs to serve its citizens. We'll check back with it in a short while, but we can see currently the airport has deficit of everything, so we'll just take a bit for it to fill up. Also, the intercity cargo route, I just noticed, is running at 100% capacity. So let's put that at 2 vehicles as well, so it can carry more cargo and we have a better link between these cities. Sadly, I can't really change a price here, but that's what we have to do. And now this airport, it doesn't even have all the lines assigned yet, but it's really, really busy. There's planes landing all the times. There's planes going up all the time. It's really like an international airport right now. The city as a whole is still growing fast, 800 people an hour, and we're making a pretty constant profit between plus 300,000 and 1.5 million. There's always a huge amount of public transport fees, which is so surprising that this works as well as it does, and there's no sign of it slowing down with the usage of our normal plane routes still looking really, really good. Oh, I just saw the first mail has arrived at this small post office. So things are looking up and people will soon get their post. So the unreliable mail service unhappiness modifier should go away soon. And the next one is poor garbage services. So let's get in a recycling center. That should make things better. And then just add a few lower density commercial buildings. And while we're at it, why not add some special buildings? So these guys who live in these villas here are the ones who own the airport, and the people that have to take the airport live in these high-rise buildings. That seems pretty balanced. I'm not sure if you can see it with the resolution on YouTube, but my entire city looks like a beehive. I mean, there's so many things flying around, but I only have 2 airports, and there's so many things happening. I'm just amazed by it. Look at this air traffic. Our city is now up to making 1.6 million in profit. These are just insane levels. The cargo capacity at the airport is slowly filling up, and it's crazy to think that we're only at 10k population right now. I guess the name I gave the city at the beginning, planes equal profits, it was optimistic back then, but it is 100% true. These small airports here might actually be the craziest money glitch I ever experienced in Cities Skylines 2. Currently 9,000 citizens are using our planes each month, which is basically everyone in the city. So on average, every citizen is spending $50 each month to give to us. I'm not sure how that math adds up, because that would then be 50k a month that we're getting, but we're getting like millions. But I'm not here to complain. This is looking pretty good. Now the question is just, what else can we do to make our people more happy? We now have 7+ reliable mail service. I better hope we do, because I'm spending tons of money that this mail service is actually working out. I have cargo planes that take the mail from this side to that side, so it better be working good. Now they're complaining about small homes and unreliable internet service. I guess we could add a bit of like medium density homes. I'm not sure if that will help, but if you want that, you can have it. Maybe also some tiny bit of low density that could combat the tiny homes modifier. And then internet, sure, you can have that. Let's give you a telecom tower in the ideal place right next to the airport, I guess. Oh, and look at all these planes behind each other. Oh, you just crashed. And then it's 2 cargo planes taking off right behind each other. This is really fun. It's a fun challenge. I'm glad I took it on. And for now, I'm just gonna wait a bit and see what happens. After just a tiny bit, people reached maximum happiness. And I guess to keep that, I need to add an elementary school. So a city elementary school it is. Get in a bit of education. That one should fill in pretty quick as well. Looking at the usage of our planes, we could really get some more action going. So for the travel lines between the 2 cities, I'm going to assign the maximum number of vehicles now to really decrease the usage. And it really feels like we have been growing at 500 people an hour for ages now. So for that, I will be increasing the assigned vehicle to the outside lines, and I will create one more airline going to an outside connection here at the city airport. And of course, we can't forget to jack up that ticket prices and make it an airliner. And I guess we can also just assign the maximum number of vehicles. With that, even with the fluctuating budget we have, our transportation is constantly in profits, and it's making really good profits. And now it really feels like our airport is somewhat maxed out. I hope this impression doesn't get lost by YouTube compression, but there's like a plane landing every 2 seconds or something. They're taking off all the time. The runway is full with planes all the time. It's just amazing, and it's profitable. 1.5 mil a month. That basically means every citizen is taking 1 round trip each month or paying us $120. That's how we get to that profit. How can it be better? It's profitable, it's fun, and the people are happy. They don't even know that they are being exploited. 2.8 million in profits. It's just growing and growing. And to operate such an airport, it just costs 280,000. That's a pretty solid return on investment. I wonder if we have tourists. Let's check out the city statistics. Our population growth has somewhat been going towards stagnation, and it looks like no one wants to visit our city as a tourist. What a pity. Look at all these things you're missing out at. And finally, I just let it run again. We're making 3 million a month. We're always constantly making over 2 million a month. We reach a population of 20,000, and this was literally just 10 minutes or so. Sure, the industry back there is not doing too good, but just because I didn't put any services here. Then there is a crime scene at the airport, but this airport does not have a police. We can briefly fix that, but that's not what we have to do now. This scheme obviously works so great. And I mean, if we look at the capacity of the planes, it's pretty low, 10%, 30%, 15%, 15%. This has still so much more potential to be profitable, but I'm not sure if it's just too boring to continue it the same way. Let me know in the comments if you want me to bring all this usage to 100%. That will make surely tons of more profit. The cargo planes are still going strong. And I mean the finances, just look at this, it's so great. Would you want to live in the city? Let me know in the comments, or if you have any other ideas of how to do exploits. I'm looking forward to reading all your comments. Thank you for watching and happy gaming.